Hi folks, and welcome to my channel again. I'm reviewing the BOSCH Lazer Measure, which is the PLR 50c. I got this a few weeks ago from takealot.com, South Africa. I needed it for a project and decided that tape measures are just sort of not working for me, so I decided to go for this instead. It's quite an easy device to work, really small, can fit into your hand, sort of the size of an old school cell phone or a mobile phone. Just to look at the whole structure, it's built really nicely, quite neat. It also has a little lever on the bottom here, which is for measuring from various angles, especially if you want to measure into the corner of something. You can take it right to that point, or you can move it by pushing down. You can do it at an angle to get into the corner, to measure from a corner. What's really nice about it, it also protects your battery pack from opening up. So you open it up, and then inside there you've got 3 AAAs, and you can use rechargeables. They seem to last quite long, and you can just pop that back on, put that in, and then this thing acts as an extra lock. I mean, it's not foolproof, but it will help a little bit. Okay, just to show you that it has a very great screen. You pop that on like that, and you've got a screen over there, and it has various measurings. You can either measure from the bottom of the device, so you measure from a wall like that and across to wherever, or you can change that setting by pushing the button, and the touchscreen works really well, and you can say you want to measure from this part of the device, so you could literally measure it from the edge of a wall like that, or an object. You also have different types of measurements. You can do angled measurements, you can do level, you can do cube, etc. So what it does, it will store all the measurements that you do in a row in order for you to get to look at those measurements later when you want to write them down. So that's pretty basic. You can choose Bluetooth. Bluetooth is a great function, so you can actually go and get the app, which is free from BOSCH, and it works really well on my iPhone. And as you measure, it actually plots it out into a PDF, and afterwards you can go look at the PDF and you'll have everything you need. You can see here that you can go look at the last measurement by just going back into the history, or you can have a look at, you can change your volume, you can look at your Bluetooth, or you can have a look at a level factor. There's so much that you can do with this, a lot more than I thought originally. So I've been through it a few times. I'm not going to go into a detailed sort of a review here. There are a lot of guys out there doing technical specs on these babies, but the PLR 50c is good value for money. It's not too expensive, and at the same time it's highly functional. The best part for me is that it's small, it's robust to a degree, and you can just pop it in your pocket, easy to carry around. The old Lazer Measures tended to be really big, and they child the batteries. With this one, the battery lasts really long. And it's got a great digital screen, so that's really nice as well. And it's 50 meters. It actually measures up to 50 meters relatively accurately. I think it's down to under 3 mils accuracy, which is fantastic. When you measure, you just press the button, and then you point it at your, wherever you want to point it to, and then you're going to measure. So I'm going to just point it randomly, and it'll give you the measurement that you did. 2.3 meters was what I measured now to the left-hand wall. And it stores that in your memory, and that's basically the BOSCH PLR 50c, and I would definitely go for this. This is such a cool item. And to power it down, you press the button in, hold it down, and that's that. Over here you have a little BOSCH bag that it comes with, which you can just pop it in there, nice and easy. Well, I think I just put it on again. Put it off, and then just pop it in your little bag. This little bag is sort of a little belt thing on it, so I don't really use it. I just use it to keep it safe in my bag, which I take along. My bag that's got like all sorts of other things in it. But the BOSCH Measure, the PLR, is excellent and great value for money, and I would go for it. Thank you for listening to my review. Okay, so what I've done is I've decided to add a little bit in on this video. Slightly more close-up look at this BOSCH product. I think this little PLR is such a good product. I thought I'd give a little bit more insight on what it does. Like I said, you can get a lot of technical reviews out there. Right now I'm just going to get a closer look. And when I said, press buttons on it, well, here's your top button, which allows you to choose from the back of the unit, or more from the back of the unit or the front of the unit, the top, the bottom, or with that little extender. So you look on the bottom there, and you can actually see the extender which is the little bit which folds out in the bottom of the unit. The screen sort of dims when you leave it for a while, which is also great, so it's for battery saving. That is from the bottom of the unit. Press that again, you choose from the top, press it again, you can choose from the extender, and that's that. Whatever you choose depends on what situation you're in on site. Then you get your dimension. You can choose, well, I want to do an angle. There's a down arrow here, which you can just press, and you can go and do calculations, cubes plus squares plus lengths and angles, etc. So the basic dimension would be that one, which is from left to right or right to left, depending on what you're doing, up, down. And it's really interesting that you can do so many measurements with this for the kind of money. I bought this at takealot.com, so you can go and have a look. They had it on special there for a while now, and the reduced price was really good. I think it was like 1,500 Rand plus minus, where this is actually a real good deal for what you get. Look at that. That's the angle measurement. I can go back here, and I can do the level. As you can see, the level measurement there as well. So if I had to turn it up, it'll probably get closer to the center, which is really nice as well, which is something which the other tape measures or laser measures don't have. It also has a minimum or a maximum that you want to set to get to something. So you can offset an object until it lines up with it, and then you get your basic ruler again, which is exactly what it does. Bluetooth works extremely well. If you press the Bluetooth button, it sends out a Bluetooth frequency, and if you've got your phone connected, it'll just hook up to the phone and away you go. So that's pretty easy. Then you've got another menu here, which is your tools menu, and you can adjust your volume, and you can calibrate the device as well if you want to. But it's standard out of the box. It's calibrated pretty perfectly. This is also your last measurement, so that's your clipboard basically, and you can see what you've done the last 5. So it's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It'll tell you what's happened there. I think it stores up to the last 9 measurements, which is also great. So the PLR 50c, once again, I think it's a fantastic unit. That's all I have to say about it. We'll turn it around so you can have a good look at it. It's quite a nice little design for a tool that you use on site. It'll probably get all scratched up and messed up in no time, depending on how rough you are with your stuff. It's got the proper laser in it. It's really a neat device. I mean, I didn't complain. When it came in the box, I thought at first a bit small, but now that I've been working with it, I find it extremely convenient. Like I said, it fits into your hand nicely, and it does the job 100%.